Fire Lake Bowling Center in Shawnee, Oklahoma was the venue for the qualifying rounds of the first, and every really, but we're just talking about the first here, event of the 2014 Grand Casino PBA Summer Swing, the Wolf Open. Who would emerge from the pack and make it to the TV show on CBS Sports Network? Only 12 games of qualifying, know for sure. Bowlers fought all day to make it into the top 5 for a spot in the televised stepladder finals, and as tends to be typical, the final field was not determined until the last shot in the house was thrown. What was determined early and reinforced often was Chris Barnes' position at the top. He did it the old-fashioned way, constantly striking. And if, in the rare instance he didn't strike, sparing. Barnes went 119 clean, with his only open frame coming from a failed split conversion in his final frame of the day. The Milwaukee Open champion from last year's summer swing, Barnes used his 12 games of qualifying to send a message to the rest of the field. I'm Chris Barnes, and my father is played by Marlon Brando. Holding the second spot in the stepladder is Mike Fagan, making yet another appearance on television and hoping to cash in for his first title since the 2011-2012 season, when he won twice. That year, Fagan finished third in one of the closest Player of the Year races in history. Since then, Fagan's had success all over the world, finishing near the top of the standings, but not quite at the top. In the bowling world, that absurdly calls for resurgence. Could the Wolf Open be Fagan's return to the top of the podium? Fagan outpaced Barnes in the second block of qualifying, showing the field and Barnes there's more than one person to fear in this tournament. The third rung on the ladder belongs to the television debut of Martin Larson. Well, the singles television debut of Martin Larson. Well, the singles television debut of Martin Larson in a traditional stepladder format in a PBA Tour event held in the United States of America, outside of Nevada. You get the point. Larson won't be intimidated by the bright lights. Regarded by many as the best bowler who hasn't yet won a PBA title, Larson made a big move in the second block of qualifying to work his way into the third spot on the show. A win for Larson would be his first and give him that stamp of legitimacy every bowler at this level craves. Opening the show will be the two men who will have to win 4 matches if they have any designs on taking home the trophy. One of those men is the 4th seed, Sean Rash. If you've been even a casual fan of bowling over the past few years, you've seen Rash on television. The 2011-2012 Player of the Year is never far from the top of a tournament, no matter where or when. With the intense desire to win and the undeniable ability to back it up, Rash bowled his way into the 4th spot on the show on the strength of a good morning block, followed by a, oh wait a minute, I better get things going again, evening block that put him back on the show. With 7 career PBA titles, 2 of which are majors, the Wolf Open will be the perfect way for Rash to add number 8 to his trophy case. It won't be easy though, because his opponent in the first match is defending champion Chris Lowe. Not only did Lowe win this event last year, his first career title by the way, which was the beginning of a tremendous run in which he contends in every tournament, but he threw the back 9 strikes in a row to close out qualifying and jump into the stepladder finals by a mere 4 pins. How many times have you thrown 9 strikes in a row? How about a specific 9? How about a specific 9 that mean you either bowl for a title or toss and turn all night, trying to muster any sort of rest for the next tournament the next day? The building was quiet. Lowe was last to finish.
That's more than 7. Chris Lowe.
Chris Lowe throws the last 9 strikes.
The defending champion.
TV show as the defending champion.
He will defend his title, and the first guy to congratulate him is Tommy Jones, the man he knocked out.
Lowe went about his business in the most professional of ways. Not screaming, not fretting, not cowering, just drilling strikes as he put a beating on those pins and jumped into 5th place, giving him a chance to earn his 2nd career title while simultaneously repeating as Wolf Open champion. And there you have it, your top 5. We all know they can bowl. Let's learn a little bit more about one of our competitors off the lanes. Mike J Laneside sat down with Sean Rash in the latest edition of Having Beers with Bowlers.
Having Beers with Bowlers, Mike J Laneside with an ESPY winner and a former PBA Player of the Year. Cheers, Sean Rash.
Yummy.
I wanted to get a chance to have a conversation and say hello. What does it feel like being one of the sport's most polarizing figures?
You know, there's good and bad with it, I guess. It's nice to know that you have people that love you, and it fuels you to bowl even better for the ones that don't like you. But, you know, it's part of sports. You're going to have your villains and your heroes, and deep down inside, I know I've done a lot of great things for our sport, and I continue to do that with charity events, clinics, and it's unfortunate the ones that don't like you, they judge you by just what they see on television or when you're competing.
Interesting you bring up the word unfortunate, because that was the next phrase out of my mouth. For folks that only get exposure to you for the hour and a half that you're on television, I get the opportunity to see on a day-to-day basis over hours of qualifying, over pro-am rounds, over dozens of Facebook posts that outline exactly the type of things that you do. Where does that energy come from? To me, when I think of Sean Rash, I think energy.
Yeah, you know, I won't ever forget my first show in West Virginia. Rick Benoit just told me, you know, have fun. You know, this is your moment to shine, and people are going to judge you from day one right here. Even my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th show, I've been good and bad. I called Danny Wiseman out. They said it was more to get his fans in Baltimore to cheer for me, because they were such a great crowd and they were into it. My 3rd show when I won, I had both my parents there. They were up on the podium with me there on the approach. I've had my wife's been there, my mom, my dad, every show. You know, I've always seen us as entertainers. You know, even when you look at golf and basketball and baseball, those guys are, yeah, we're being paid to play a game, and we're there to put on a show. You know, you don't want to see a robot. You don't want to just see somebody take their turn, because you can do that on a Monday Night League or go practicing. You'll see somebody just kind of throwing the ball down there. And you know, I want to have fun. I want the fans to enjoy the show, whether I win or lose, because those are our most important people. And as much as they don't think we appreciate them, we really do. We're the most accessible athlete in the world. We take pictures and photographs in airports and while we're competing. Even when we're not supposed to, and it's just nice to have people that enjoy what we do.
That's one of the things that even if I only know you from seeing you on TV, is your strong family connection. And now you've had 2 major life changes, a wife and a daughter, so you now have your own family.
Correct.
And how much of a change is that?
You know, it's definitely changed the sleeping pattern, but our daughter Kaylee's unbelievable. She sleeps 8 to 10 hours a night. You know, she'll get up every now and then to feed, but looking back, and not just, you know, in the past it was mom or dad, and then, you know, once I met Sarah, it was nice to have her there on the side too. She was working part-time there and then full-time for Enterprise. But it's just nice to see someone that, one, cares about you regardless of how you perform. You know, the first question is not, you know, how many matches did you win, or how much money did you make, and where are you at in points? And you know, the first question is, you did your best. I'm proud of you. And now with Kaylee, when I turn around, you see her smile, and you know, see her looking up and down, and she just it's a game. You know, I get to turn around and see a beautiful family, great supporters. Mom and dad are still around. Her parents are still around, so it's nice to have grandma and grandpa's around as well. The traveling for Sarah's cut back quite a bit, but you know, we're going to take our first family vacation soon. It's nice to be able to have the family and the support regardless of how I compete.
Well, we'd like watching you do it.
I appreciate it.
Like watching you compete. Mike J Laneside, Having Beers with Bowlers.
From Fire Lake Bowling Center to the Grand Event Center inside the Grand Casino Resort and Hotel, the top 5 will settle the case of who's hungriest for the wolf. Tournament-leading Barnes, sweet-swinging Fagan, title-hunting Larson, always determined Rash, defending champion Lowe. Who will be your Wolf Open champion? Find out Tuesday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS Sports Network.